Hello, my name is Steve Pye. I'm working with the family healthscan.co.uk. We're introducing a number of health-related scanning machines that are state-of-the-art, cutting edge, and I look forward to speaking to you later.
Joe and I have been working with devices like this for some time. I was empowered by the UN to set up an independent research lab to test technologies, and the key emphasis we had was that they should be non-invasive. It's breast cancer awareness month, October, isn't it? And I'm sure many of you are familiar with the pink ribbon, and it's a really community encompassing program which on the face of it does a lot of women a fantastic amount of good, but we can do better, because a mammogram has a 5% chance of giving you breast cancer. So if you have to go for a scan every 2 years, by the time you've done the scheme, the NHS scheme, for the 20 years and you're in your 50s, it's a coin toss of whether the scan is going to give you the cancer that you're looking for. Now, that isn't maths worth working with moving forward. One of the things about modern medicine is it has incredible technology, incredible ways of peering inside the body that not even a couple of decades ago we would consider superpowers. But we always have to ask the question, at what price? Now, if someone's chronically ill, you know, it's important for the surgeons and the doctors to know exactly what's going on with them, straight up. And we must do any investigation, and we often agree and decide that it's better to find out than not know. But the emphasis really should and could be in the community on prevention. I think you'll all agree. Why ambulance chase and say, hey, let's celebrate the fact that if we get people to hospital in an hour, in a golden hour, they may be fine. Why not be a bit more proactive in our communities and identify issues with technologies like this that can see things a year before your blood work would show anything, a year before you have this cardiac infarction. So we all know the problem, and not enough resources is spent by the government, and so it's up to us, the communities, to work out which way to go. And for that you need to have repeatability, you need to have devices that are reliable, you need to have technologies that are safe. As I said, a CT scan is 600 x-rays. Now we can justify that if you've had a car accident, but not if you want a health checkup. So very much there's a new era now of safe screening, and you know, in the same way the internet has mushroomed and, you know, become a plethora of different things in just the last 20 years, the implications are that medical technology would have had those kind of revolutions as well at that accelerated rate. And I think that's the beauty of a technology which faces the whole body. So we have two versions of our technology. One is the MedFit, which is the one standing here, and that can appear in its giant column like that as a self-operated tool. And of course there is a certain amount of experience, but in a dynamic gym people will soon get familiar with it, and they can just get on and use it once a month and monitor their progress, because ultimately there's no point just looking good, is there? I mean, if your internal system isn't looking as good as your external system, and all you need to do is change your priorities a little bit. I mean, how many sportsmen and fitness pros do we hear who just suddenly drop dead because they've had a heart attack? Too many. And this really is what we're talking about, is having the benefit of being able to peer inside in a non-invasive way and assimilate all the data together.
Okay, so this is a general overview of the score, and it shows you how it's come to that decision. So the scores up out of 500. So this particular person's got 361, which is deemed as moderate. And then the different calculations or the different tests it's gone through to get you to that stage are all listed underneath. Then you can go straight into these. So vertebral stress and performance. So if we go back here, we'll go in the screen one. So this is your body composition. So this is showing you fat-free mass, body fat mass, intracellular water, extracellular water, and it gives you, it will colour code. So this person actually is doing pretty well. They're all agreeing within the different levels that they're needed. A little bit of extra total body water, but apart from that, they've got a really good score. It's 94 out of 100.
And that may be because they're drinking a lot of liquid, but not the right liquid.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's already a little key there. Hey, you've got to cut down on the Gatorade and just drink water, mate. It's that kind of a thing, but it can actually be a really big deal, you know, when we're in the top echelons of things.
If somebody were suffering from excess fat, it would colour code on this system and exactly where. And then you can track, so each visit you do will come up in here. So this is obviously visit 1, but once you come, you can just, you know, is my muscular mass increasing or is my fat increasing, whatever your goals are, you can really easily see if they're actually working. So.
I'd just like to thank everybody, including the team, the scientists and everybody around us, for a fantastic day. Thanks very much.